I'm going to give you 5 pieces of evidence that the universe had a beginning. First, the universe is expanding, as discovered by Edwin Hubble. Basically, we see a shift in the light as we look out into the distant universe. As we see that, we realize that it is moving away. That's what's causing the shift in light. In other words, the universe is expanding. If it's expanding, then if we go back in time, it comes closer together, all the way back to a single point, pointing to a beginning of the universe. Second, cosmic microwave background radiation, also known as CMB. This was discovered by Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson. Basically, this is all the resultant radiation of this cosmic beginning, pointing back to this huge event when everything came into existence. Third, the second law of thermodynamics, which states that energy goes from being ordered to disordered. In other words, it goes from being usable to being unusable in a closed system. Now, here's the problem. We're running out of usable energy, and we can't be running out forever. If you drive a car, you start running out of gas. You can't be running out of gas forever. The further you go, the closer you get to an empty tank. In the same way, the further back in time you go, the closer you get to a full tank. And it can't go any further back than that. So, if we go back in history, we go back to a full tank of energy, of usable energy, which points back to this beginning. There cannot be an infinite history. Fourth, Einstein's theory of general relativity. This confirms that space, time, and matter are codependent. In other words, they need each other in order to exist. One or even two cannot exist without the third. They need each other. And this points back to them coming into existence at the same moment. Space, time, and matter had a beginning in the same moment, same event. And fifth, the realization that there cannot be an infinite history. Otherwise, today would never get here. Imagine a domino run. Imagine that we are the last domino. Now, if there's an infinite amount of dominoes before us, then we're never going to get to us. Our domino is never going to fall. Because by definition, an infinite sequence never finishes. We would never get to the end of the domino run if there's an infinite amount of dominoes before us. In the same way, if there's an infinite history, today would never get here. And yet here we are. So there must have been a beginning to history, making it possible to reach today. In other words, there must be a finite history, pointing back to this initial. So there are 5 pieces of evidence for you that the universe had a beginning. It's a powerful case, as acknowledged by the late cosmologist Stephen Hawking, who said, "Almost everyone now believes that the universe and time itself had a beginning at the Big Bang." So it's a powerful case.